Fine. So let us start with the new chapter, chapter number 6. What we have is of strategic analysis of operating income, right? So we are done with those chapters of strategic cost management. We are done with the chapter of decision making. We are done with the chapter of transfer pricing, pricing policy. Now we are switching on to the chapter of strategic analysis of operating income. What analysis we do over here of our operating income? The basically the chapter means is what, that analysis of operating income. Whatever income you generate, you do analysis of that operating income, right? So strategically, how this operating income has generated, what are the market size factors, market share factors, what are the revenue growth factors, what are the product cost growth factors, what are the product recovery factors, all those factors what we analyze when we compare this operating income, strategic operating income chapter, right? So this chapter basically, when we are learning or when we are understanding, I divide this chapter into four parts basically. The first part is activity based costing portion. The second portion what we have after activity based costing is the impact of this models value added and non value added activity. So once we are clear with activity based costing, then we'll be moving on to what are the value added non value activities. After that, then we have activity cost management model. What are the activity based budgeting model? Then we have strategic profitability analysis model. So that is the another part what we have. So we'll start with the activity based costing topic, then we'll move on to activity based costing management, budgeting, value added activities, non value added activities. Then we have another topic. So topic number 2 what we start is strategic profitability analysis. So what are the strategic profitability analysis? What are the formulas? So we have few formulas over here. Those, that is what we shall go to. Then we'll go to the third topic, direct product profitability topic, right? So what are the profitability factors of direct product, what we'll be dealing over here? And then we have one more, fourth is customer profitability analysis. So these are the four areas where I'll divide this chapter. So I'll start with activity based costing, then I'll go to, from activity I'll go to activity based management, activity based budgeting, value added, non value added. That is one portion, right? Another portion strategic analysis, another portion direct profitability analysis, and another portion that is direct productivity analysis, and last portion is customer productivity analysis, right? These are the four areas we'll divide this whole chapter. Now starting with the first point, activity based management. What is activity based costing? So to start this, let me first start from the base roots of IPCC. In IPCC, you learned one chapter named as absorption costing, where you learned that all your cost that are indirect, I repeat, all your costs that are indirect are apportioned to the product, right? Direct costs like material, labor are directly been applied to the product, but all those our indirect cost are, or service manufacturing, service cost, or indirect, or you can add supporting cost, all those costs are to be apportioned to the main products or to the products of the company or to the operating divisions of the company. If you remember, you went through few methods there. One was direct method, trial and error method, step ladder method, when one department gives to another department, doesn't take the services back, when they are exchanging the services. All those methods you've gone for your allocation. I repeat, all those methods you've gone for your allocation of direct expenses or your indirect expenses, overhead expenses, absorption costing for a main product. Now, in those methods or in those scenarios or in those chapter what you learned in IPCC, you basically followed two approaches. If my indirect cost is because of machine, I'll apportion that into machine hours, right? If my indirect cost is due to labor, I'll apportion that cost in labor hours. If my indirect cost is due to sales, I'll apportion that into sales units. So what you used to do is, your sales and distribution cost is suppose 5 lakh. You sold 50,000 units. So per unit you will apportion 10 rupees per unit. Your budget, your overhead budgets with your overhead proportion, overhead number of units, overhead cost, all those were considered, and then used to propose the same. Machine cost, if my machine cost is 5 lakhs, if my machine hours worked is 5,000, I will allocate 100 per machine hour. So if my product takes 2 machine hours, I will allocate 200 rupees. If the machine takes 5 hours, I will allocate 500 rupees. That is how allocation of indirect cost which was done, right? Now we have in CA final is activity based costing. How I'll explain this, what this activity based costing plays role, that is what I want to explain to you. A small example I'll give it, why activity based costing we are learning, or why this concept was emerged. That is what I want you all to focus. See, I talk about machine. Now machine cost, right? You incurred, suppose 5 lakhs, right? In absorption costing, what you used to do is machine hours. How many hours? 5,000 hours. So rate per hour is equal to 5 lakh divided by 5,000, 100 per hour. How many hours my product A has taken, product B has taken, C has taken, we used to apportion the same. Suppose, I just say suppose, here we have 2,000 hours. So we will allocate 2 lakh over here, right? Suppose you have 2,000 hours. So we will allocate 2 lakh over here. 2,000 hours into 100, 2,000 hours into 100, and 1,000 hours into 100. So we will allocate 5 lakh, 1 lakh over here. Your total cost allocated will be 5 lakhs, right? This is how we used to do in IPCC. Now welcome to CA final. I'll proceed to CA final now. What CA final, strategic analysis of operating income, says that analyze further why we have machine cost of 5 lakhs. So this machine cost, so this is my IPC's good old days. Now I come to CA final. This machine cost of 5 lakh is analyzed. When I analyze this machine cost, I come to know that this cost was due to 3 reasons. Number 1 was machine setup. Number 1 reason was setup. Number 2 reason was running. And number 3 reason was cleaning, or you can say post production cost, cleaning cost, or you repair, maintenance, or I would write down maintenance cost, right? Now then we analyzed further. How much was cost of setup? So they said, sir, setup cost is 1,50,000. How much was cost of running? Sir, it was 3 lakhs. How much was cost of maintenance? Suppose it was 50,000. So I have incurred a cost of 5 lakhs on my machine. We understand. But that 5 lakh of cost, what we said that 5,000 hours we have run our machine. So per hour 100 rupees is the cost, and we allocated to product ABC. But then when I analyze further, strategic analysis, when I do of this cost of 5 lakh, I come to know that 1,50,000 is the setup cost I am incurring, right? 3 lakh is the running cost I am incurring for running machine, and we are incurring 50,000 of cost for cleaning and maintenance, right? We did further analysis on each cost. Why we incurred setup cost of 1,50,000? Sir, because we did number of setups. What were the number of setups that you did? Sir, this was incurred because of number of setups what we did. How many number of setups did you do? The next question, because I am doing analysis. No, I'll ask the more questions you ask. See, you will get the better solutions when you ask more and more questions. So what are the number of setups that you have done? So he said, sir, product A, we manufactured 3 products. Product A, B and C. He said, sir, we did 3 setup for product A. We did 2 setup for product B. We did 5 setups for product C. We did 10 setups total. In the 10 setups, what we did, we could manufacture A, B, and C. We could manufacture A, B, and C by these 5 setups. Sorry, 10 setups. 3 plus 2 plus 5. Okay. Why we have cost of machine running? Sir, machine running cost is of 3 lakhs. Why this 3 lakh cost was incurred? Because sir, machine was used. So this is incurred because of number of hours used. How many hours did A use? Sir, 2000 hours. How many hours did B use? Sir, 2000 hours. How many hours did C use? 1000 hours. Right? So total hours were 5000 hours. Total setup were 10. So we did 5000 hours of machine run, but out of that 2000 hours were run due to product A. So to manufacture product A, my machine took 2000 hours. To manufacture, to run my product B, we need 2000 hours, right? To manufacture product C, we required 1000 hours. That is how my machine kept on running. That is the machine hours that we took, right? Then we have setups. How many setups did you follow? So for A, we followed 3 setups. For B, we followed 2 setups. For C, we followed 5 setups, right? Yes or no? Then we have cleaning and maintenance cost. So how was the cleaning and maintenance cost done? Sir, it was depending on number of workers, right? So how many workers were cleaning after product A? Sir, number of workers were cleaning were 5. How many workers were cleaning after product B? Sir, 10. How many workers were cleaning after product C? Sir, 10. So total my 25 workers cost I have incurred for my cleaning and maintenance, right? See, I repeat, where IPCC, what you did is 5 lakh is your total cost and your machine has run for 5000 hours. So my absorption rate per hour, I would term it as absorption rate per hour is 100. How we get 100? We got 100 by 5 lakh divided by 5000. So per unit we require 100 rupees of absorption rate. 100 absorption rate into 2000 hours product A has taken, 2000 hours product B has taken, 1000 hours product C has taken. So then my 5000 hours the machine has worked and the cost is to be absorbed in 2 lakh, 2 lakh, 1 lakh. Then I further analyzed my machine cost into 5 lakhs. When I further analyzed machine cost of 5 lakhs, I come to know that this 5 lakh was because of setup, running and cleaning, right? How much did setup took? Setup took 1,50,000 cost. Setup took 1,50,000 cost, right? Running took 3 lakh of cost. Running took 3 lakh of cost. Cleaning took 50,000 of cost, right? Number of setups what we had for 1,50,000. For product A, we did 3 setups. For product B, we did 2 setups. For product C, we did 5 setups. These are the activities we earned. We earned 3 activities: setup activities, number of running hours activities, and cleaning and maintenance activities, right? Further, now, when it comes to setup cost, my 1,50,000 was the setup cost. I repeat, my 1,50,000 was the setup cost. And I did 10 setups. How much is the cost per setup? Can I say 1,50,000 divided by 10 setups? So 15,000 was per setup. Yes or no? We incurred a cost of 15,000 per setup, right? Further, बोलिए सर, ऊपर कहाँ पे? इस नंबर पे फोन करो ना, ये डीडी इंस्टीट्यूट है। हाँ, इस पे फोन को करवा देंगे आपको। Further, so my setup cost is 15,000 per setup. The moment I do 10 setups, I incur a cost of 1,50,000. So per setup, per activity I'm analyzing, I do a setup of 15,000 rupees cost, right? So can I say that if it comes to particulars, if it comes to A, B and C three product, what is the setup cost per setup? It is 15,000 per setup. How many setups did you do for A? Sir, 3. So can I say this is 45,000? Sir, ये क्या कर रहे हैं आप? 15,000 into 3 setups. Can I say this will be 30,000 and this will be 15,000 into 2 and this will be 45 plus 30 plus this will be how much? 20, sorry, 15,000 into 5. Can I say 75,000 and my total cost of setup is 1,50,000? Can I say now I can apportion my cost of 1,50,000 of setup to A, B and C proportionately in 30, 45, 30 and 75, right? When it comes to running, how many hours did machine run? Sir, 5,000 hours. For 5,000 hours, what is the cost that you incurred? Sir, we incurred a cost of 3 lakh for 5,000 hours. So how much was cost per hour that you incurred? So 3 lakh divided by 5,000, it comes to 60 per hour. How many hours did A run? Sir, A run for 2,000 hours. So can I say running cost? 60 per hour, 60 into 2,000. 1,20,000, 1,20,000 and 60,000, total is 3 lakhs, right? Then we have third cost. Which is that third cost? Maintenance cost. How many workers were total working for maintenance cost? Sir, 25 workers. How much is the cost for maintenance? Sir, 50,000. How much was cost per worker? Sir, 2,000 per worker. Are yes or no? How many worker did A work for? 5 workers. So can I say 5 into 2,000? Right? 10 into 2,000 and 10 into 2,000. So this becomes 20,000, 20,000, 10,000. My cost was 50,000. Now can you tell me what is the exact cost on A what we have incurred? 45 plus 120 plus 10, 1,75,000. What is the cost that we have incurred for B? 30,000 plus 1,20,000 plus 20, 1,70,000. What is the cost we have incurred on C? 75 plus 60 plus 20. And what is the total cost that we have incurred? See, it comes to 5 lakhs, right? So cost apportion. Now this is the analysis what we have done of machine cost, and then we came to know how this cost was incurred on the activities. These all are activities. Which activities? Setup, running, maintenance, right? So this is CA final what you are learning. Now I'll change the pen. This is CA final what you are into learning, right? What you learned in IPCC, absorption costing. What you learned in IPCC, that your cost should be 2 lakh, 2 lakh, 1 lakh to A, B and C. So over here you said 2 lakh, over here you said 2 lakh, over here you said 1 lakh. Now when it comes to understand remember the chapter of pricing policy. When it comes to decision making, the moment you say that my cost for A on the basis of knowledge of IPCC, you say that my cost of A is 2 lakh, but actually your cost according to the activity, actually your cost according to the analysis, actually your cost on the basis of strategically considering the answer is only 1,75,000. So if you take a decision base of 2 lakh, whether your answer will be correct or wrong, it will be wrong. And that is where activity based costing chapter emerges in CA final. What is activity based costing? It is allocation of cost. I repeat, allocation of cost on the basis of activities. It is not on the basis of machine hours, labor hours or selling units, nothing. It is on the basis of activities. So first what we analyze is what are the cost objects, what are the cost drivers, what are resource cost drivers. Sir, what is this cost object driver and all those? The flow. See, activity based costing is the accounting methodology that assigns cost to activities, cost to activities rather than product. So it is a cost that we assign to activities rather than product or services, right? In order to correctly associate cost with product and service, ABC design cost of activities based is the use in resource. It then assigns to cost object. Sir, what is cost object? Cost object is the object for which you are incurring that cost, right? Product A, product B, product C, which is the object for which I am incurring cost. That is known as cost object. For that object, which is the cost that I am incurring, that is known as cost drivers. I repeat, what is cost object? The object, for example, I am manufacturing this pen, Apple Pencil, right? So if I am manufacturing Apple Pencil, this becomes my cost object. For this, I am incurring cost. What is the cost that I am incurring? Material cost, labor cost, overhead cost, machinery cost, etc. Assembly cost. That is known as cost drivers, right? For this, what are the resources that I am incurring? What are the activities for which I am incurring? So machine cost I am incurring of machine running, machine setup, machine designing, assembling, all those known as driver resources. To understand what is cost driver, what is cost object means it is a term in the measure of product, what is required. Cost driver is a factor that causes the change in cost of activities, why you are incurring that. Resource cost driver means the quantity of resource consumed. So for me, the cost driver is setup. What is the resource? That is 3 setups, 2 setups, 5 setups. What are the resource that it has consumed, right? Then further, what are the activity cost drivers? So what is the frequency? What is the intensity? What is the demand? What is the place of that activity? That is what we calculate. Why we need activity based costing? As simple as that. Traditional product costing were designed where most companies manufacture narrow range of product, multiple products, multiple activities. When a company is going through, then it cannot go through traditional based costing. It has to go through activity based costing, right? So simple method, why we have gone is it is simple method for apportion of cost. Globally competition can be called off. Information processing is very high, but obviously in IPCs you end up at 5 lakh of cost of machine, but in final you do further analysis. Information is gathered more and more frequently, right? Then overheads were relatively small and distribution, so you used traditional based costing, but now the overheads have increased. So all those are traditional system can measure volume related units. What are the stages? Important point. First is identification of activities. As like what we did. First we identified why we are incurring this cost. Because of setup, right? Because of hours running, right? Because of workers. So first we identify what are the activities. Number 3 is assigning a cost to the cost pool of each activity. What is the cost pool? What are the costs incurred because of that activity, right? So I said that my setup cost, I said that setup cost of 10 setups what I've done, but I may have incurred another ways of setup cost, or I may have another ways by which setup cost is incurred. Like by doing setup cost, you incurred cleaning, you incurred maintenance, you incurred defective units to be replacement cost and all those things. So all those costs when you incur during the setups, all those costs we will pull together. That is known as cost pool, right? And then those costs will be divided by the number of setups or activities, right? So this creates that, but assigning cost to cost pool for each activity, both support and parameters that cost them, this creates cost pool or cost brackets. This will be done by using resource cost drivers, right? Then we have what are the support activities, then spread support activities across primary activities for some suitable base. What are the activities because of which is happening? Determine cost driver for each activity. We determine cost driver. How much is the setups? So first we decided what are the setups. Then we decided what are the resource of setups. That is number of setups. Then we decided what is the cost of setup. 1,50,000. So then we determine cost driver of each activities, right? How many setups it took? So 10. So for each activity we do, for setup activity we did 10 setups. Then assigning cost of activity to product. So what is cost driver rate? That is total cost of activity divided by activity driver. So in our case it was 1,50,000 of setups divided by 10 setups, right? So first you assigned what is the activity, right? That is setups. Then you assign what is the cost pool, 1,50,000. Then you assign why this activity is happening, what is the support for that. So we come to know that it is because of number of setups. Then we assign how many determine the setup resources. So we assigned 10 setups, right? Then we assign what is the cost per setup. We come to know 1,50,000 divided by 10 setups, that is 15,000 setups, right? This is why activity based costing is implemented. So you do a strategic analysis of your income or expenses. You do further analysis. This is a point where you're going beyond IPCC and you're welcome to the CA final tag what you have over here, right? So this is how it is to be done. I'll do a few sums on this. So we have our question number 1. I'll do this practical question once, so we'll have better ideas how why this concept of why this activity based costing is used and how it is to be considered, right? Before that, when I move to this question, there are few theories which I want to discuss, but before I discuss to those theory, I would wish that you copy this to understand, having a better clarity of this chapter. So heading I have not written, basically this is strategic analysis, right? So I hope you are clear with this one example. Furthermore, I'll discuss about this more and more discuss will be done on theory, on the basis of activities, on the basis of why we are doing this. But see, the reason why we do is that in IPCC you allocated the cost on 2 lakh, 2 lakh and 1 lakh on the basis of machining cost. But in final we further analyze strategically why this 5 lakh of machine cost and what are the activities, what are the cost drivers, what are the cost objects because of which this cost of 5 lakh has been incurred. That further analysis is known as activity based costing. So I am not going on hourly basis, unit basis, I am going on the basis of activities. What activities have happened in the factory due to which this costs are incurred, and what are the costs that are incurred because of this activity, and how this cost is been incurred on the cost object apportionment, right? So you may copy this for your example. This is a basic example I have done. I'll explain more further theory. Before I switch to that, I wish you copy this and then we shall switch on to the further theory and further questions, right? So copy.